Today is November 6th, day 6 of my unknown journey, and early morning I have some family members. I have got Baniji all the way from north. I've got Sagar from west, and I've got Birendra from eastern part of India. I'll tell you on the other side. I am right now in the south. So I'm east, west, north, south, all are here. And as I'm shooting this video, I'll make it very quick. We spoke about what are the kind of challenges startup faces because this is going to be my 14th initiative. And did I pass? Yes, I have passed, and yes, I have failed. I think my failures are more. When I say the failures, failures are not appreciated in India. They take it as an embarrassment. They discourage people. They take it as a loss. But I feel if you don't fail, no one learns directly how to work after they come out of their mother's womb. You need to fall somewhere. And one of the pointers that you guys have talked about is, sometimes we do not know what to start, how to start. The research are not done properly. Someone said marketing is not done properly. Um and uh, right now, just to tell you what all things has happened in this last 5 days, because 1st November to 1st March, that's the journey of 121 days. The first 10 days I have kept only for ideating, evaluating, research, meeting people, getting some stuff. And today we are only on day 6. तो just मैं आप लोगों को बता दूं, first day I created a YouTube channel, entire concept. Please go to my new YouTube channel. You will be able to see. Or if you're watching this, great. Second day, I researched about a location where I need to come and work because I wanted to get an environment where I can work. I'm very good with this place, but my team cannot do that. So I needed a place. So on second day, I finalized an office, which is a five-seater office. Just for time being, I have no idea about the name. I have no idea about what I'm going to do. But now I have a place where I can meet people and greet people and all these things. Third, I set up the entire IT infrastructure, whatever is required to broadcast anything, not about websites and all those nonsenses. I'm going to be broadcasting live, and I'm creating a lot of content at the back end of it. The fourth day, um, I did some crazy stuff. I went to my financial advisor, and we started looking at like how much money that we can invest in this, and how are we going to go in the next 1 month. So I have a budget in place now. I have place to work. I have a YouTube where I'm actually documenting my journey. Even this is a part of the documentations, and today is day 6. Uh, Yesterday, I initiated certain communications, and you will be able to see the videos of how all the things are impacting this entire journey. So day after tomorrow, I have my first investor meet happening. Company का पता नहीं, क्या काम करूंगा पता नहीं, but I know where it is going to be. Yeah, so I'm just opening this place for people. If you want to share something about this journey, you can ask me any questions. I think I should be able to tell you. But this is just day 6. अभी एक हफ्ता भी नहीं हुआ है. And I have got my IT guys on place. My already existing team is also helping me out there. And this is a crazy journey. Last couple of days, I have not slept more than 2-3 hours. And everything is on pen and paper right now. Everything is on pen and paper. Yeah. Any questions you want to ask, you can ask me.
Yeah, my question is, you don't know what is the business, then how can you start it if you don't know what the business is?
But I know what is the pain. I know what is the pain. And I think I also know what are the prevailing solutions. And what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to get proof of why the prevailing solutions are not working. I know where is the solution as well, but I do not know how to combine this and how to get it this rolling. And just to give you some heads up, I already got one client, but I'm not taking it. I've already got the client. That means whatever I'm planning, I've got some ideas. It is a hazy idea. See, everyone does not have, you are talking about clarity. Everyone cannot have a clarity. Business and, you know, business is a different game, so you discover your path as you travel. There is no fixed path. There are some copycats are there. There is a business which is typically they go to US, they take the successful model, they copy it, and they change it into Asian models, and they do it. obviously they have done a very deep dive research into this. Am I a great fan of innovation? No, I'm not a great fan of innovation. I'm a great fan of integration. So how I can make it all faster, that is what I'm looking at. Um, I have a kind of a fair idea about where it is going to head in. The concepts that I have is I'm making the foundation strong by a fly-light model, number one. That means I will not need a lot of capital investment into this. I do not need a lot of tech. So I'm not going to be investing on anything on development. I think there is nothing called development in tech now. Everything is already done. Majority, 80 to 90% is done. You just need someone to compile, position it, make a nice deck and do it, right? I think we have got IT experts also. What do you think, Birendra?
Yeah,
Right?
that's right, Dada. We have a lot of tools available in the market. We just don't
So
know
I
how
don't
to
want to
use.
reinvent the wheel. I don't want to create a new hammer. I have a JCB. It will do it. So compiling all these things, collecting all these ingredients, I think is one thing. And the third element that I'm planning is not to put my head. So when you put your head, then you are inside the business. So I'm planning of hiring people who has expertise into that particular domain. Let them handle the things. Might be what I can do is I can just uh, collaborate all these things and give a kind of a place, give a baking time, allow them to play across with this, let them gel up, create a kind of a nice environment with resources, people, team, and let's see where it proliferates. So I'm more taking it as a owner's perspective rather than a player perspective. Okay, so I don't want to run the business. The business needs to run by itself. So that's why I think it will take a little bit of offboarding of all the so-called startup grammars that some bullshit people have given. So I've been through Numa, Axelor, NASCOM, Y Combinators, and many other things I've read in details now. And I think it is better let me not go into that thing. I'm finding a new way out. Is it new? No, it is a compilation of my last 13 failure experiences. राम जी भी 14 साल के बाद ही घर आए थे. Okay, any other questions? We can end this. Okay, the people
What?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. In which sector are you planning to get into it?
Very, very bold question, and my bold answer is I'm creating something that will fit into any sector. Okay. Now you might be asking, Dada, how is it possible? I think one of the things that I identified in my past experiences, I have ventured into education systems. I ventured into healthcare, automation, content, running agency, marketing, retail, FMCG products, manufacturing. I have probably around 30, 40 different kind of industries that I've worked with. I think most of the industries are suffering from certain common pointers. And so someone said research. So I identified certain common pointers. And most of these people are suffering because of three things. Either they don't have the right clarity. I mean clarity of task, process, tools, techniques, or they have a problem of resources. या तो डेटा नहीं है या तो इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है मतलब half information, wrong information, partial informations, or no information, or overload of information. ये भी हो सकता है. And they don't have proper training and guidance. Now this will fit into everywhere, right? The third element is I don't see a dedicated things in certain places. Say for example, every big company, they have some compliances. They are putting in some kind of techniques, SOPs. They usually copy from Japanese and Chinese systems, and they try to do it. So if it is a manufacturing, they typically copy from China. And if it is a big giant, they're into services and many other things, then they have got all these things copied from Japan. And so there is a problem of time, duration, and efficiency. So even this is also a big business, affiliation business, accreditation business. It's a stamping business. And the next one is you don't have proper mechanism to monitor how much ever you put your analytical tools. If the data input itself is not appropriate, if the person is not experienced enough to put the data, then whatever the analytics you are reading is also wrong, right? So that's another thing. I mean, I'll tell you a very simple example. My father was in Indian Railways, and he was in the reservation department for many years, and he retired as a chief. We call it as CSR, Chief Supervisor for Reservations. Okay, uh, CRS, Chief Reservation Supervisor. So I remember when computers came into existence, Indian Railways were the first one, and Life Insurance Corporation was the second one to opt in that mass level computers and IT. So whatever these people are talking about IT, GT, all these things, I think Indian Railways have seen IT in a different way, and they use something called a different wavelength. That time there was even no internet of that sort, but Indian Railways was able to do a lot of things. So they said, this machine is going to replace a lot of job at that point of time. And what they did is they put login credentials for my father and his colleagues so that they can come on time and that time can be documented for analytics, that if these people are coming on time or not. Because if you are an HR, or if you are a person who is into recruitment, and if you want to learn about the best recruitment agency in the world, then don't look at an agency, look at how Indian Railways. I think there is nobody in this entire country is that huge mass level of recruitment they have done ever. Any company, may it be Tata or Reliance or whoever it is, you cannot compete with Indian Railways. I think a good percentage of Indian population is surviving just because of Indian Railways. Correct? So when you look at that kind of an HR system, I think their HR system is very powerful. Everything is running on time. Yes or no? Yes, sometimes plus minus happens, but there are so many other things are also there. Now they put a attendance tracker. So the idea was those people who are working on system, that means on the desktop, they have a password, unique password, and they're supposed to log in and key in. That time it was a very, very advanced technology. Yes? Correct? Now one day I found, I have a friend, okay, his name is Vinay. Vinay came early morning and we were all kids, okay. He said, hey, Uncle, chale gaye kya office mein? I said, no, Papa is getting ready. Okay. So he gave me a small note. He said, my father has given you this. He was senior to me. So he said, Uncle ne diya hai. My father has given, so uncle ko de do. My father. So my father also went. And later on, I understood what they were doing. Okay. My father is a very punctual guy. He is the first one to go and reach the office. He's the first one. And sometimes I really feel bad about that. I don't like it because I'm a very timely guy. I think that trait came from my father. So if I have a train to catch at 10 a.m., I might probably reach to the station at 9:30 somewhere. I think I have still a half an hour buffer, and I'm very okay with that. But my father is an extra cautious guy. If the train is at 10 o'clock, he might sit in the station from morning 6 o'clock also. Right? The crazy people are there. So he goes to the office at that time, and the chit has a code, and he feeds in the code for uncle, and uncle will come in a different way, right? So that's the irony. That means, so they all used to be in a kind of a nice family. So okay, so one person is delayed because of certain things. So the code was given to somebody else. He logs in and he keys in. And now what is the analytical guy is going to read? You tell me. Right? And this is not about that time. It is also happening now also. There are proxies. I know when I was in my school and colleges, Arey, mera attendance laga dena. Right? So I think it is more of ethical concepts, moral concepts are there now. Even though you have got login time and all these things, how much ever greatest key and encryption you do, there is a small kid who's going to open that lock. Right? I think these are some teething issues. Even so, I feel what I might not be, if I do my work at 100%, I'm happy if I can get somebody who can do at least 70 to 80% of my thinking. He might not be the 100% accurate thing. So one of the learnings of my last 13 failures is you cannot replicate yourself expecting from a human being. So I adapted to this. I adjusted. Even if I get someone 80%, 80% is also too much of my thinking, my caliber, the way I do things, I'm happy. Aare kuch to kar lega. Right? And if you need 100%, then that 80% guy has to be trained, has to give an SOP, proper system, process, technology, guidance, accountability, CCTV camera. Everyone works under CCTV camera. And if you are watching this, this is also a CCTV camera. I make people wake up at 5 o'clock, open your screen, put a camera, start working. And it works. It works. Because we are like that. We don't work if the teacher is not there, yes or no? Yeah. So thank you so much for helping me creating this video. I hope this gives you some different dimensions of what we're doing. So let's pause it here. And if you have questions, please drop it to me at office@dramitnath.in. And thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. Yeah, let me know what other questions you have. This will be live. This will be never edited.